Hi everyone, it's Anne here from annshappystampers.co.uk and I'm back with another tutorial for you. And today I'm going to show you how I made this really sweet little box. Now it turned out different to what I was expecting, but I'm really pleased with it. And I think it would be great as like a little jewellery box or some kind of special little gift box. So you just open ribbon up, and it opens up and it has three little individual boxes, and then I've even put a little faux mirror inside, and I just think it's so sweet. And I've popped DSP on the bottom as well. I've kind of reinforced it as much as I can just to make it really sturdy, but it is actually, you know, a really strong little box. And I suppose they look like little drawers, but they're just little brads that I had, as you can see in there. But yeah, I think it would be great to put some little jewellery in if you're going to keep it yourself, or you could gift it to somebody and put some little treats in, or soaps, you know, anything. And then I think it's definitely a keepsake box. So I'm going to show you how I made it, and I'm really over the moon with it actually. I think it's so sweet. So that one's made in Blush and Bride, and I'm going to do this one in Soft Sky. Now there is quite a lot of pieces. I'm going to use some enamel shapes for the little to make it look like drawer fronts. The paper I'm using is the Fallen in Love. This is the Soft Sky one. So I've also got a little doily, which is the other half of this doily I use. So I just cut them in half. And I've got some Scrap Very Vanilla for the sentiment. So I think I'm just going to go through the pieces as we need them. But to make the three little drawers, three little boxes, you need 3 pieces of card which all measure 6 by 6, okay? And the piece for your actual, you know, the actual box piece needs to measure 5 5/8 by 6 3/4. So we're going to start off with our little drawers. Now I'm only going to do one, and I'll do the other 2 off camera. But basically just take your scoreboard or whatever you want to use to score it, and we just need to score. If I can find my score tool, there it is. So the actual drawers, we need to score all 4 sides at 1 and 2 inches, okay? So it's just 1 and 2, okay? And then rotate it 1 and 2, and just do that to the other 2 pieces. So you just score all at 1 and 2 because I've reinforced them. And then I'm going to show you how we do the drawers. And then what I've also got is 3 little pieces of the same DSP I'm using, and I cut these to 1 7/8 by 1 7/8, and that is to go in the middle of the little box. And I find it's easier to stick them in before you stick it all together. So take your scissors, and what we want to do is just cut up the score line here, all right, and then remove these 2 bottom squares, and then also remove this end square here. So you have that, okay? And then I just take a small little piece off here and also notch into the tab and then a small little piece off here, and that's what you need to do on all 4 sides. So again, it's just snip up here, cut these 2 away, and also the end one away. Then just take a little piece out of there, and it just helps it close better, that's all. Turn it round and just repeat the same on this side. And like I say, you will need to do this to the other 2 pieces because we've got 3 little boxes to put inside. So I'm just showing you on one of them just to save some time. Alright, so that is what you should end up with on all 3 of your little boxes. And then where's my bone folder? There it is. So I'm going to fold and burnish these. And then take your little 1 7/8 by 1 7/8, and that is going to go into the middle. And just, you know, be aware if you've got a pattern to your paper. So that is just going to sit in the middle, which I think it looks really nice. It just adds a nice little touch to it. Okay, and then turn it over, and I'm going to use, I'll use some fuse, which I haven't got ready either. Oh goodness me, where is it? I can't even find it. There it is. So we need to pop it on our tabs here. So all 4 of these. Okay, and then turn it round, and you also need to pop it down all of these 4 tabs here. Okay, and then you are just going to fold the little tabs in at the side, just like any box, any normal box that we do. And then you'll end up with your little box, and then you're going to just fold these over. This is what reinforces it, which really sturdies it up and also hides the little joins inside and just makes it look nice and professional. And there we have a really sweet, professional looking little box, and it's really strong. So you're going to need to do that 2 more times, because we have 2 more 6 by 6 pieces. So you're just going to repeat that with these 2. So I'll do that and I'll be back when it's done. Okay everyone, I have all my 3 sweet little drawers done now, and we're now going to move on to this piece of the box, and I'm sure I've told you the measurement. It needs to measure 5 3/8 by 6 7/8, and we just need to put a couple of scores in. So we need to score this, let me see, on the short side, so the 5 5/8 side, and we need to score it. I don't know if I've wrote this down actually. 2 seconds. Yeah, we need to score it at 2 1/4 inches and 3 1/4 inches as well. Okay, so you should have that. And then you can just fold and burnish. Okay, and then your little boxes will sit in there like so, and it should be, yeah, that's fine. So what I wanted to do was reinforce the box a little bit, so I've got 2 pieces of card which measure 2 inches by 6 1/2 inches, and I've got the DSP which measures 1 7/8 by 6 3/8. Is that right? Yeah, 6 3/8 by 1 7/8, and they are going to get stuck like this, so just with a little bit of a border, and that is going to be the same for the top and the bottom of the inside, so there and there. And we've also got one for the outside, but just the DSP, and that measures, it should be the same, yeah, 2 by 6 1/2. So I'm going to attach the DSP onto the card. Should just be a little border. Like so. But before we stick these on, we are going to attach our ribbon, and I'm using some Very Vanilla ribbon here. If I can get it, yeah. So need to work out how much we need, so I'm going to cut about 7 3/4 inches. That's how much I'm cutting, but we need that twice. Okay, and I'm just going to use a little bit of fuse just to attach the ribbons. Just going to be roughly in the middle. And we're just going to attach it there, like so. And I'm going to do the same on the other bit. Just try and get it as even as you can. Alright, and then these are going to go over the top, so they are going to hide it anyway. So for that, I'm going to use Tombow. So get this nice and even, and then just hold that down for a bit while the glue dries. And then the same on this bit. I love this paper, and I love Soft Sky as well. It's such a subtle but beautiful colour. It really is absolutely gorgeous. So as you can see, that's looking really nice, and then obviously when you close it, you've got your beautiful ribbon. And then we might as well add our DSP on the top here. I'm just going to use a bit of tape runner for this. Just make sure you get it the right way around. If you've got a pattern that has a direction. Okay, and that's looking absolutely beautiful already. Now we're going to pop our little drawers in. Now the way I did it was, again, check your pattern. We need a little gap. We need to leave a little gap at the sides and push this right back to the score line. So we have 3 little boxes, so we know that we need a little gap at the end, and that leaves us a nice little space for all of our little boxes. So I'm going to start by sticking one here on the left, and for that I use Tombow, which is a strong glue, and it gives us time to reposition it as well. Okay, so that's where I've stuck it. I've left a gap there, we've got a gap at the front, and we've also got enough for our score at the back. Okay, and then I'm going to add the other one on the other end. Just try and get this the same. So we want a little gap. Oops. We want it about there, which I think that looks good to me. It looks so pretty with this paper. And then with a bit of luck, yeah, we've got a nice gap for the one in the middle. And just try and get this even, the same gap if you can. And that's looking good to me. Just press that down. I mean, doesn't that just look so pretty and elegant? It really does. Absolutely beautiful. And then I've got my little Soft Sky enamel shapes. I just need to find my piercing tool. Oh, where's it gone? It's probably staring us right in the face. 2 seconds. I can't find it, so I'm going to use a different one, but I'm going to get 3 of the, I suppose these are the second smallest size, and I want to get them central as I can, so just get them as even as you can, which, yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And try and get them the same level as well. I mean, you could mark it with a pencil line if you wanted to, but I'm quite happy with that. And then the last one, whoops, that's alive. Got it? Just try and get it the same distance. That doesn't look too bad at all, does it? And there is our gorgeous little box. Now, all we need to do is we need to cut out our little mirror, and we need to stamp our sentiments. So I've got some Scrap Fairy Vanilla, and this time I'm going to use the sentiment from Beautiful You, which is Life Looks Beautiful on You. And I'm going to heat emboss that, and we're going to use gold powder. So wipe it over, some Versamark, and stamp this down. And I've got some gold embossing powder. There we go. And I'm going to heat set it, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out with the second smallest stitched shape. Okay, like that. And then I have got one for the silver foil to cut the mirror out, our 4 little mirror. And then the next size up, which I haven't got it out at the minute, the next size up from the Layering Ovals, the scallop one, to just for our piece behind it, which I'm going to cut in Soft Sky. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be straight back. Okay everyone, I've cut the Soft Sky, and I've attached that on, and I've put 3 dimensionals on the back. I've also got a little doily, and I want to use the very vanilla side, so I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on the Whisper White side just to help it stick, and it's going to go just on the front in the middle, just like that. And then I'm going to take the backs off the dimensionals, and this is going to go sort of about there, and I just think that looks absolutely gorgeous, really does. And then I've also cut out a piece of foil, silver foil, and I'm just going to put some fuse on here. And this is going to be our little 4 mirror. So I'm going to pop it. I want to try and get it as central as I can. So I'm hoping I just get it in the right place, which I think just down a little bit. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And there we go. I just think that is absolutely gorgeous. I really do. And then we've got our little ribbon. So I think it would be great for bits of jewellery if you're keeping it yourself. If you want to gift it, I mean, you know, you could still put jewellery in, or little soaps, little toiletries. Maybe even get 3 Ferrero Rocher in, to be honest, as well. I'm not sure, I haven't tried it, but you might. And I'm just going to tidy up the bowl. And just trim the little ends, just to make them look a bit tidier. Should have had me big scissors. I'll tidy the ends up later. Just don't want to waste time on the video. Yes, pretend they're all nice and tidy. But yeah, that looks absolutely gorgeous. It really does. And there is the other one I made. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll be back again on Friday with another tutorial. So until then, take care and bye for now.